Get ready for the Smackdown! Get ready for the Smackdown! How you gonna react when you're put in the back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the Smackdown!
Hey posers, welcome to this week's Smackdown and a shot glass brought to you by Grumpy Cheeto, the winner of the WrestleMania weekend battle between myself and Wrestling Fan 777. First off, I'd like to start by saying thank you to all of our new subscribers this week. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start listing off our new subscribers. First off, I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed beforehand. Y'all are awesome, especially the old school ones. But this week we've got like 5 new subscribers, so I'd like to thank CNO191V2. Also, John the Jaws, Govs Football, Undertaker 010, and Little Cena for Life. Thank you to you guys for subscribing. Hey, leave any of your feedback you have in the comment box on the channel, wherever. I want your feedback. And don't forget, if you haven't checked it out, check out WrestlingRevolution.com. Let's jump in the show. This week's edition of Smackdown is in my backyard of Los Angeles, California. Right around the adult demographics backyard. Except they're in SoCal, but you know what I get. We kick off the show with an in-ring promo with CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. This was basically just it was a pretty good promo, but it was just kind of recapping what happened last week and setting up the match for WrestleMania 26 to be a street fight. Rey Mysterio challenged CM Punk to a street fight. We move on to the first match of the night, which is MVP and Fat Hardy versus Jumpin' Jack Swagger, the All-American American, and Mr. Perfect himself, Dolph Ziggler. This was a pretty short match. I mean, it wasn't incredible, but, you know, there was some really good ring work between Swagger and Hardy that I saw. The way it ended, though, was that Fat Hardy speared Jack Swagger to the outside of the ring, and then MVP got a zigzag from Dolph Ziggler. Mr. Perfect Ziggles picks up the 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. Afterward, as all the wrestling participants are heading to the back, Dolph Ziggler reaches under the ring, grabs a ladder, puts it in the middle of the ring, climbs up that ladder, rung by darn rung, reaches up, pulls down the case, and there is a photo opportunity for Dolph Ziggler's first WrestleMania win and his first WrestleMania ever in the Money in the Bank. That's, you know, I'm rooting for 2 people, Dolph Ziggler or Shelton Benjamin. That's who I'm picking for Money in the Bank. That's who I want to win. That's not who I think's going to win, but that's who I want to win. Move on to a backstage promo with Theodore Long and Drew McIntyre. All this was setting up the main event for Drew versus the Faker Taker later on in the night. So you know Drew was getting all mad because he had to face the Undertaker. I wonder if his streak's over. Alright, match number 2 of the night is Team Layful versus Beth Phoenix and Tiffany. My girl. Alright. Oh, by the way, that first match got a 2 out of 5 Black Rangers. So, sorry, I kind of missed that. Well, to kick off the match, Team Layful had shirts on that said Glamma Man, insinuating that Beth Phoenix was looks like a man. I'm sorry, you're not China. Beth Phoenix is not China. Sorry. Not really much to call in this match. It was a really good match, really well-worked match. I would say for a women's match, this was actually really good. Matt Striker compared Tiffany to Ellen DeGeneres. No, Matt Striker, do not go there. Tiffany is not, I mean, yeah, they graduated from the same college, but Tiffany is far hotter, far better, and far less gay. Sorry. She's marrying Drew McIntyre, for crying out loud. Alright, anyway, basically what happens is, you know, Beth Phoenix reverses the Angel's Wings, or whatever, by Michelle McCool, and Beth Phoenix hits a glam slam in the 3 on Michelle McCool. Vicky Guerrero comes out afterward, and she tells Beth that she has a match next week on Smackdown against her. Vicky Guerrero. It's going to be Vicky versus Beth Phoenix next week. Okay, I can live with that. This match gets probably about 4 out of 5 Pink Rangers. It was actually a really good match. Tiffany had some great in-ring work. Beth, Team Late Fool. I am actually quite impressed with this match. This match over-delivered in my book. Next, we go to an in-ring promo, The Cutting Edge, with Chris Jericho. So, you know, Edge comes out and introduces himself and yada yada whatever. Jericho comes out with Wade Barrett, and Edge says that it looks like they're heading to the prom. Jericho and Barrett at the prom. Could you imagine that picture? That'd be great. No, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing over and over. They kind of hint towards a spear thing. Jericho goes into saying that he's going to re-injure Edge's Achilles tendon because he came back too early, which I think is also true, that Edge came back way too early. And Edge basically attacks Jericho and Wade. Wade gets a spear, and then Edge gets hit by a codebreaker by Jericho. And then Edge stomps on the bad Achilles tendon heel, whatever, of Edge, leaving Edge desolate in the ring. It was pretty much kind of the same basic promo. Good mic work, but it's the same thing. Alright, we go to match 3 of the night, which was the Hart Dynasty versus John Morrison and R-Truth. This was an okay match. It was freakishly short. And the Hart Dynasty got jobbed again. I'm really sick of them jobbing the Hart Dynasty. R-Truth hit a lie detector at the end on Tyson Kidd to get the win. But really, I mean, the Hart Dynasty kind of got squashed in this, and I'm not really happy about that. The Hart Dynasty is a good tag team. They can't be squashing it. I give it 1 out of 5 Yellow Rangers. It's inexcusable. Go to match 4 of the night, which is probably the match of the night in my book. Rey Mysterio versus Luke Gallows. And yes, this is another return match between these two, but it was actually a good match. Luke Gallows keeps impressing me. I like the fact that when, Luke Gallows came out, he had his own theme music. That means that CM Punk is a kind and merciful savior. He lets Luke Gallows be his own person in this straight edge society. Bull crap. But it was good to see Luke Gallows having his own music. There was a lot of great moves. Luke Gallows had a great backbreaker in this match. Ray had a great sitting senton, sorry. And of course the bulldog where he flips him up and he comes down and whatever. In the end, what it was Rey Mysterio hit the 619 on Luke Gallows. He went to do some kind of springboard, either leg drop or splash or whatever. Serena gets up, knocks him off the rope as he's springboarding, and then Luke Gallows rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Now, what's interesting is what happened after the match. Ray went crazy. I mean, this is actually, I was really intrigued in this part of the storyline because Ray went crazy. He kept attacking Luke Gallows and just beating the mess out of him. And CM Punk was just watching in disgust. It was such a great, it was great storytelling at the end. I thought it really built a lot onto their match going into WrestleMania, that Ray's actually kind of losing it here, and Ray's actually kind of going, "Argh!" So I really actually enjoyed after the match, but this was a really good match too, so I give it 4 out of 5 Red Rangers. It was a really good match. Then we can move to the main event, which is the Faker Taker versus Drew McIntyre. This match kind of under-delivered in my book. Drew and The Undertaker are a little bit better workers in this. It was a really short match, and Drew just got buried. Bad. Most of the match, Taker played cat and mouse, and Drew basically got chokeslammed and tombstone. And that was it. 1, 2, 3. After the match, though, again, after the match, more storytelling, is The Undertaker was walking up the ramp to do his normal, half look around and arm raise. As he was doing that, Shawn Michaels came out and tried to super kick him. Then The Undertaker reversed it, was going to tombstone Shawn, and then Shawn reversed that, and then he hit the BAM! Sweet chin music on The Undertaker. And then Shawn was standing tall at the end of Smackdown. Sometimes I kind of wish Shawn Michaels was on Smackdown. He's just, I know his schedule doesn't prevail, but I don't know, I just wish Shawn was on Smackdown sometimes. I think he would be a great asset to them because he's more of a high flyer, and so are most of the participants on Smackdown. Overall, I give this Smackdown a 3 out of 5 Blue Rangers. It was pretty at par, what I'm normally used to for a Smackdown. Some of the matches did not deliver, like the Hart Dynasty match, but some over-delivered, like the Rey Mysterio Gallows match and the women's match. So, I really can't complain about this week's Smackdown. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Leave your comments, please, in the comment box. Please subscribe. You know, if this is your first time watching, I promise to deliver. I'm Grumpy Cheeto. Bam.